Hi, my name is Alice and welcome to my EDN 329 presentation. My presentation will provide a brief insight into my differentiated mathematics program on SHAPE for Year 1 students in Australian primary schools. The average primary school class size is around 24 pupils, so this means that one in every three children in a typical Year 4 maths class are having trouble with certain concepts. Success in mathematics in early grades is critical. Early mathematics understanding has a profound effect on mathematical proficiency in the later years. These statistics show that to begin with, it is important to understand why differentiation is important in the classroom. This program has been created to support all students, including students with mild disabilities. Mild disabilities can include things like delayed conceptual development, limited ability to abstract and generalise, poor adaptive behaviour, low self-esteem, limited retention, difficulties in expressing ideas and feeling in words, difficulties adapting to new situations, inappropriate or immature personal behaviour, and general clumsiness and lack of coordination and of gross and fine motor skills. The overview of my program is to help support all students in their learning. It is based on a Year 1 classroom where numerous students have been tested on SHAPE through a pre-test and have made numerous errors. It is a 2-week program based on 2D shapes and 3D objects. It is derived from the Australian curriculum and supports students' levels of abilities carefully and appropriately. It aims to address, enhance and support as well as develop students' mathematical understanding and content knowledge by scaffolding and slowly allowing students to promote autonomy and learning and self-learning. There will be 10 sequential level lessons that are authentic and level appropriate to develop students' learning and support their confidence in mathematics. The program has been based on the Australian curriculum. The Australian curriculum states that by the end of Year 1, students should be able to recognise and classify familiar 2-dimensional shapes and 3-dimensional objects using obvious features. The 2-week program is based on this content descriptor outcome. It is also based on 4 proficiency strands, which are understanding, fluency, problem solving and reasoning. It also reflects on various general capabilities such as numeracy, such as using spatial reasoning, visualises 2D shapes and 3D objects, as well as critical and creative thinking. It helps students identify and clarify information ideas, as well as organise and process information. To ensure the program is effective and reaches the needs of each individual student, there are various strategies that are included. Before that, the learning outcomes were outlined to make sure that everything is appropriate and their learning is going to be enhanced. These include things like understanding shape is a topic of mathematics, understand and demonstrate the use of appropriate language and keywords to describe obvious and key features of 2D shapes and 3D objects, as well as show an understanding by explaining the differences between 2D shapes and 3D objects. There are lots more learning outcomes that are shown throughout the program and are at the beginning of each activity and lesson. The various strategies include things such as direct teaching. Direct teaching is effective and is clear and concise. It helps define outcomes and improves communication between teacher and students and students. It's a I do, we do, you do sort of outlook, and there's lots of scaffolding and modelling involved with that. The Department of Education New South Wales states that effective numeracy planning relies greatly on direct teaching. So with the good planning behind this and direct teaching, it's proven to be effective. Another instructional strategy includes cognitive guided instruction. This helps the teacher better understand the students and the ways of their thinking and recognises their individual needs. It helps enhance student knowledge and understanding appropriately and aligns well with the main outcomes of the 2-week program. There are 7 steps included in this program, and they are identify areas, the pre-test, collate findings, the intent, modifications, observe, and post-test. Prior to this 2-week program, the identifying of key areas and pre-tests have been completed, so it was the remaining 5 steps that needed to be outlined.